Hey guys, Timeboy601, and today we're going to be taking a look at the all-new Destruction of Rotterdam trailer for Battlefield 5. Now, it's a good one. We're just going to go pretty much frame by frame through the whole thing, point out the things I noticed, and yeah, it's going to be fun. So, of course, we have our opening shot here, destroyed Rotterdam, and this is probably single player, I'm going to guess, mainly because if we go back a little, we have that guy up there, and multiplayer wise, there's not really a lot of times that you're probably going to be having someone sitting as a tank commander because they'd be kind of vulnerable to being sniped. Do of course have he is riding on a Tiger tank. Let's see if we can see any guns. That's just an STG, it looks like. Though that's weird. It almost does look like he has, like, it's a bullpup, but we know that's not right. Because there's no bullpups in this day and age. But yeah, that looks like an STG. Get through all the logos, which is kind of the most boring part. A nice undestroyed version of Rotterdam. Is it me, or does that big building over there on the right kind of look like the Kodak building? I forget where it is, in New York. But yeah, that looks like the Kodak building. Anyways, running through, most likely running towards a command post. Like, we got the guys down there. They're all running, so they're probably running out of a spawn. This is probably one of the spawns in Rotterdam. Here we go. Ooh, what do we got? Oh, right in there, it looks like we got a Thompson with a drum mag, which is always nice. I love my Thompson submachine guns. In the foreground, not sure. It looks like the barrel's too long to be an MP40. Up, and then we have, looks like a Sten. What we got? Just some regular character customization. Bren gun. That right in there looks like it's going to be a Vickers, which is like, it was a bipoded gun in World War I, and it could be bipoded, but there was also like a drum mag filled variant of it, and that looks like the magazine off of the Vickers drum mag that, like, you could shoulder mount this weapon. So I'm assuming that's going to be a Vickers, so that's cool. Unfortunately, it does look like we're having a noob tube return in this game. And then we have our soldier have an FG-42. Well, that dude jumps out, but he has an FG-42. Not surprising that that's in this game, because it was the very popular weapon of the German paratroopers, and Amsterdam is one of the few times the Germans used paratroopers. They kind of stopped using it later in the war. But yeah. There we go. Got that guy over on the right. Now, looking at both the magazine down the bottom and the line going through there, it looks like it's either going to be a Lee Enfield or possibly a Mosin, but only time will tell on that one. And then we have this right here, which is the Luftwaffe drilling. Now, what the Luftwaffe drilling was it was a hunting shotgun that was in, like, Luftwaffe's survival packs. And if you go back, you can see that there's 3 kind of rounds in there. 2 of them are shotguns, the other one's a rifle. It was a kind of a hunting shotgun where if you needed to kill, like, small birds, you had the bird shot in there to hunt with. Or if you need to take down something a little bit more substantial, you had the rifle bullet to try to take out small and medium game. And here comes the V1 blowing everything up. Look at that. Flying back. Yeah, that's definitely a Sten in that person's hand. Woo! Boom. Okay. And now it looks like we're on, like, a completely different version of the map. So I don't know if this is like day 2 operation of the grand operation here, or if they're going to be 2 very different maps. But this is definitely a whole different aesthetic than what we just had. And if I have to guess, that almost looks like one of the Jaeger Panzer shells. because that is a massive shell. Look how big that is. That is huge. Also, is that a neon sign that's like still lit on the ground? Like, that's a neon sign that's just still lit on the ground. It still has power. Anyways. Not sure what gun this is. Maybe a bar. But this is definitely one of our first looks at the different kinds of sights that we can have in this game. Going into a tank. Looks like a Panzer IV instead of the usual Tiger that we've been seeing. Here's a Sturmgewehr. Yep, there's a Panzer IV. And then, look, he's on top again. So maybe this is single player where you're on top and you like ride through the streets. But God, this is such a good trailer compared to what was the other trailer. Anyways, flare. As we know, the flares are going to be used again to spot people and all that. So that's nothing too new. That looks very Battlefield 1. That looks like, you know, you got that old style flat helmet of the Brits. That looks very much like the Battlefield 1 reveal trailer. Anyways. And then we're back into, it looks like this, is this the outskirts of Rotterdam? Who knows? But some open field combat. Ooh, what a rough kill. Got a Kar 98 with the iron sights. Messerschmitt crashing into the ground right on over there. Just some good old tank firing up. Looks like that's the Jägerpanzer. And now it looks like we got to change the environment. This definitely looks like the desert. This is most likely North Africa, I'm going to assume, because that's where a lot of the desert combat occurred. But God, look at that. That looks gorgeous. That just looks so beautiful. Yeah, that's definitely like Tunisia, North Africa. That reminds me of something of like out of World of Tanks. Like, that looks so good. And then looks like we're in the fjords of, what was it, Norway? Norway, the fjords, I think that's it. Got the Bren. Another bolt action. And then this right here. This is either single player or it's just a very scripted multiplayer thing. But we do have throwing knives. If those are in multiplayer, that'll be the first time we've gotten like a throwing knife in Battlefield. And I think it could be possible because we're having that whole archetype system that they want to use where, like, you have very different styles of classes. And if one of them's, like, stealth melee, I could absolutely see them doing the throwing knife. Now, the only question is it going to be like a one-hit kill like Call of Duty? Or is it going to, like, take a percentage out of the health? Who knows? That should be interesting. Stuff blowing up. People on people's tail. More North Africa, but it looks like a sandstorm blew in. I don't know if they're doing the whole Levolution thing, but if they are, that looks gorgeous. That looks like something out of Mad Max. Radio Man, a good old half track coming through. German soldier. And there we go, the big logo reveal. But then there is what I'm going to say is the Battle Royale mode, which is coming up right... Come on, here. Look at that. That looks gorgeous. I'm going to say the Ring of Fire is the entrenching circle, because that's the only thing that makes sense. Tank coming through. So tanks going to be in Battle Royale. Does this mean we're going to get a lot of like anti-tank weapons to take care of them? Or I know the ammo system for the tanks is limited. So if you get a tank, is it only like you got one shot or you got two shots? So it's only like a single guaranteed kill. And then you're just in a big fat heavy thing that can protect itself. But I'm sure there'll be RPGs and stuff available on the map to take you out. Well, not RPGs. You know what I mean. Panzerschrecks and Panzerfausts. Our men with the Bren. Run away from the tank. And look at that. Oh my goodness. We got that squad hanging up there. And just watch this guy, because he's just gonna go for it. So either there's parachutes or he just killed himself. Also, is that a Panzerwagen right there? I think that's a Panzerwagen, which is a fun little, like, German car that's in there for a couple of frames. But yeah, that is the entirety of the trailer. I hope you guys liked it. I'm getting more and more pumped for Battlefield 5. I hope you guys are as well. My name's Fanboy601. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. If you liked the video, go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. See ya.